If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Here's a very dashing look for Demon Hunters, I think. Shoulders of the Roiling Inferno. Siege of Orgrimmar, LFR, Sun Tend to Heart, 15% on the drop rate to get the shoulders from Miss of Pandaria. The chest, Runesworn Chest Guard, Stormheim. One of my favorite places, actually. Assault and Battery. It's a quest reward for both factions, so that's an easy get. Looks better on females, though. I gotta say, on the male Demon Hunters, not quite as good. Flayed Demon Skin Belt, Siege of Orgrimmar. See, Demon Skin Belt definitely works for Demon Hunters. This is intended for Demon Hunters. You can actually buy that piece on the auction house if you're lucky and get a good price. Ice Pine Breeches are the legs, High Mountain, Greystone Shard Finder, or you can buy it on the auction house. Decent drop rate, though, if you feel like farming it. See, no, it doesn't look as good on a dude, right? Toxologist Treated Boots, Hellfire Citadel, Mythic, Killrock, Deadeye. 14% on the drop. Well, maybe it does look okay. I don't know. And the wrist, keep in mind, no gloves here. We're going with the wrist. Siege of Orgrimmar, LFR, and Mercis is the boss. 5% shot to get the braces of the Purified Spirit. Next up, we're going to do the spin and show you the cape, which of course is the Wake Crest Guard's Cloak, which is Alliance only. Check Wowhead for some lookalikes on that. The headpiece is Vindicative Gladiator's Fellskin Helm, which I believe is Alliance only. Illidari Warglaive, Demon Hunter Quartermaster, which means you get it as a startup. We got a nice mix of Legion and Wrath of the Lich King to flesh out this particular Demon Hunter set. Mythic Nighthold is where you're going to get the shoulders. Tichondrius is the boss, 5% on the drop rate. The chest, Spingy 2, Wrath of the Lich King, Ice Crown Citadel, Heroic 25-man, High Overlord Sourfang is the boss. Next up, we're going to move you to Legion once again and the Nighthold Mythic to get the belt, Wastecord of the Tranquil Path. Venture Company Salvage can hook you up, or you can buy it on the auction house as well, or farm it. Either way, it's not a difficult get, actually. Ice Crown Citadel Heroic 25-man for the Gangrenous Leggings from Festergut. And Ice Crown Citadel, obviously, looking pretty cool on a Blood Elf. Demon Hunter Order Hall, Demon Hunter Quartermaster. These are the original boots. I was going to say the original boots that you get. No, they're not. That's part of the tier set that you can gather from Legion. Gloves of Second Sight, Nighthold Mythic, Star Argor, Estreos, which I completely messed up. There's 4 people laughing at me right now. Cloak of Certain Reprieve, Nether Storm, BC PvP Vendor, 1 Mark of Honor. One of the best choices for a cloak for this set. The head, Helm of Imagined Horrors, Hellfire Citadel Mythic, Shadow Lord Iskar, decent drop rate on the head. And the weapon, Hellfire Citadel Mythic, Dia Dark Whisper. You could easily put this particular xmog on a monk as well, because the shoulders are part of a monk tier from Mop, but that's a piece that Demon Hunters can wear. Throne of Thunder Heroic is the place. Next up, the chest, which is the Thunderlord Chest Guard from your garrison. It's a Warmill Dwarven Bunker thing, 80 Iron Horde scraps to get the chest. Keep in mind the legs are also going to be from that same source. The belt, World Bender Waistband. Throne of Thunder Heroic Raden is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate. Pick up that particular belt, which is part of that monk tier. The legs, we kind of covered this. Thunderlord Leggings, Garrison, Warmill, Dwarven Bunker, 80 Iron Horde scraps to pick those up. Next up, we're going to move on to something different. A Blood Elf dude showing the Sandals of the Starving Eye, Throne of Thunder, Duramu the Forgotten, 8% on the drop rate. The wrist, keep in mind this is the wrist. Demon Hunter Order Hall, Demon Hunter Campaign, Order Hall resources, and you can pick up those wrists. The back, Grim Inquisitor's Cloak, the Burning Throne, which of course is LFR version from Legion. The head, Warmongering Gladiator's Helm. If you hoard, you got to go wild. WAD PvP Vendor, 3 Marks of Honor. The tabard, Shadowpan Assault Tabard, Townlong Steps, Exalted Rep and Gold. And the weapon, Luna Glow Sword, Frostfire Rage, various mobs, or you can buy it on the auction house. We've got a little bit of red, brown, and gold here. The Otherworldly Leather Mantle from the Emerald Nightmare Mythic. 8% drop rate for those rogue tier shoulders. Of course, this is the piece that demon hunters can wear. The chest, Blackened Geist Ribs, Halls of Reflection. Wow, interesting place. The Lich King himself. Kind of a fair drop rate to get the chest. Moving on to the belt, which is the Runesworn Waistguard. Tomb Sargeras Mythic, which is incorrect. It's a quest reward, Shadows in the Mist. I do believe that's in Stormheim. Made a little bit of a mistake there. The legs, Shaggy Worm Leather Leggings, Pitasaran, Scourge Lord Tyrannus. Fair drop rate for the legs. Part of the same drop set from Dungeons as the chest. The boots of Endless Betrayal, the Night, or should I say the Emerald Nightmare, is where you get those. The wrists, keep in mind these are wrists. Black Temple, Time Walking Pit Lord Vilemus drops those wrists. The back, Blood Knight Warcloak, Wrath City, Garrus, he's a splash of light and a vendor, 65 gold to get that cloak. And the head, Mask of Multitudinous, yeah, I said that wrong, Emerald Nightmare Mythic. And the tabard, Consortium Tabard, the Grand Consortium Quartermaster, Exalted in gold to get that. And the weapon, Broken Promise, Naxxramas, 25 man, Gluth is the boss. Now, because of the chroma key, no matter what color I go with, if I go with blue or if I go with green, or I go with that kind of purplish color, either way, it's going to distort it a little bit. The pinkish looks here that you see, the pinkish hues are more purple, just so you know. Really difficult hue to do. I don't know exactly what I could do with it, but it's more purple than it is pink, just so you know. So we're going to move on and talk about the belt, Waistguard of the Creator. Ulduar Mimi Ron drops it. Kind of a fair drop rate to pick that up. Next up, we're going to look at the legs, which are from Legion, of course. Cathedral of Eternal Night. Tattered Scornful Leggings, part of the same drop set as the chest piece. Moving on to a Blood Elf dude and the feet, Flame Stalker boots, Ulduar Ignis, the Furnace Master makes an appearance to give you the boots. Kind of a fair drop rate on those. Now we're going to move on to the wrists or the bracers, Shardbound Bracers, Blade Edge Mountains, Ogrelar Quartermaster, Apexis Crystals, and Shards to pick that up. Probably need some level of rep as well. And the back is the Dark Leather Cloak, vanilla level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker or your local auction house for the cloak. Next up, we're going to move on to, I believe it's the headpiece, or actually the weapon. The Harvester of Souls, Akanai Crypts is the place. Decent drop rate for that axe. And the final set, we're going to start off with some beige balls, the Fellflame Infernal shoulder pads. The Burning Throne, Hulking Demolisher, 5% on the drop rate to get the Bocce Ball shoulders. Next up, we're going to move on to the chest piece, which is the Ceremonial Leather Harness, Wailing Caverns, which of course is vanilla, various mobs if you want to farm it, or you could just step up, buy it on the auction house. The choice is yours. The belt is the Demonic Combatants Fellskin Belt, which is Alliance only Legion PvP vendor. Marks of honor to pick that up. You got to buy the whole set, unfortunately, still. Eventually, I think Blizzard will change that. The leg Ceremonial Leather Loincloth, Rage Fire Chasm is the place, various mobs. Or you could actually buy it on the auction house. You can buy that particular legs. And we have a Blood Elf dude showing the boots of Manifest Shadow, Nyalotha, Waking City, Mythic, Mott is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to get those leather boots from the current tier. The wrist bracers of Dark Prophecy, Nyalotha, the Waking City, Mythic, Prophet Sikra is the boss, and we got kind of a fair drop rate for those bracers. The back is the Drape of Murabi. Sounds kind of troll-like. Well, you are correct if that's what you guessed. Gundrak is the place from Wrath of the Lich King. Find Pilgrim's Hat, Pilgrim's Bounty Event, Pilgrim's Bounty Quest, easy pickup for the hat, and the weapon, Dalen's Proudmoore's Sabers. Battle of Dazalahar, LFR, Lady Proudmoore, Jaina is her name. My name's Luxeley. Thank you for watching. Leave you with a final thought. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or it happens to be night, make your day epic.